So what if I told you one of the keys to awakening your soul is the same force I once used to design advanced laser systems in aerospace engineering? See, light isn't just physical. It's deeply spiritual. It's intelligence. It's frequency and healing power. So my name is Kira Strum, and I'm a licensed psychotherapist, spiritual coach, and former mechanical engineer. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how light activates your DNA, how it aligns your energy, and becomes a catalyst for spiritual awakening and manifestation. So if you're ready to remember your light and align with your soul, I encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe. So my former career as a mechanical engineer, I worked on internal research and development projects, which included the designs of high energy lasers. So what fascinated me about this work was how precisely light could be harnessed, how it could be focused, directed, and amplified to cut through things like metal, how it can measure particles, or transfer massive amounts of information. But when I began my spiritual awakening, I realized something profound. See, the same principles that govern physical light also apply to spiritual energy. See, light in its most basic form is also electromagnetic radiation. And from a quantum physics perspective, it behaves both as a particle and a wave, which mirrors how we as souls are both form and formless. And see, photons, which are particles that make up light, they carry energy and information. In fact, in quantum biology, photons help regulate how your cells communicate, especially within your nervous system and your DNA. So really, it's not just symbolic. Light is literally the language of life. And the thing is, light is not just powerful, it is profoundly healing. So I want to talk about the science behind it, right? You have biophotons, which are tiny particles of light that are emitted from your cells, especially in the brain and the heart. See, these light emissions increase when you're in states of meditation, states of joy, and elevated emotion. And see, a 2014 study in the Journal of Photochemistry and Photobiology showed that red and near-infrared light stimulates cytochrome co-oxidase in your mitochondria, which then increases your cellular energy, also known as ATP production. And what that really means is more light equals more vitality. And here's where it gets even deeper. Light also activates dormant aspects of your DNA. See, there are over 95% of non-coding regions in your DNA that scientists once called junk DNA. But spiritually, these regions are believed to hold dormant soul codes, ancestral memory, and higher dimensional potential. And get this, when they're exposed to coherent light, like in practices such as solar meditation, Reiki, and light therapy, see, these non-coding regions, they begin to activate or respond, unlocking greater intuition, energy sensitivity, and even cellular healing. So I want you to think of it this way, right? Your body is a bioenergetic circuit. And when you introduce light through intention, through visualization, and physical wavelengths, you realign and you recharge that system. See, and that's why practices like Reiki, which is when you channel universal life force through your palms, or color therapy, which is when you use specific frequency of light to balance out your chakras, and LED light therapy, which is now used in dermatology and neurosciences. This is why all of these are more than rituals, right? They're energy medicine, which work directly with your body's light matrix. So now let's talk a little bit about how light catalyzes spiritual awakening. See, when someone awakens spiritually, they begin to absorb, hold, and emit more light. See, that's not just poetic, it's energetic. See, your pineal gland, which is also known as the third eye, it is photoreceptive, which means it responds to light. See, the third eye or the pineal gland regulates your melatonin and sleep cycles, but it's also tied to mystical states and intuitive insight. And as you shift out of survival mode and into conscious awareness, see, your electromagnetic field, it literally becomes more coherent, right? Your cells start communicating more clearly, your energy field expands, and you begin to hold higher light frequencies. So I want to share with you a helpful metaphor that might put this into perspective. So I want you to think of your soul as a solar panel, right? When you're clouded with fear, shame, or stress, the panel can't absorb sunlight, right? But when you start clearing those blocks through healing, presence, and self-connection, you start absorbing more cosmic light, which then you become a channel. So in my spiritual journey, I remember a time early in my awakening where I felt like something had just clicked, right? It was as if light was literally flooding my system. I wasn't just intellectually understanding my path, I felt it. I started dreaming more vividly. I started sensing subtle energies and feeling peace in a way that was new and undeniable. See, many others describe similar moments, like walking out of a fog and into radiant clarity. And the thing is, it's not that the world changes, it's that you change your frequency. So here's something I teach in all of my soul alignment work. It's that manifestation is not magic. It's resonance. And light is one of the highest frequencies in the universe. See, according to vibrational physics, everything emits frequency, like your thoughts, your emotions, your physical objects, even your desires. See, light, especially coherent light, like lasers or focused sunlight, has a very high vibrational signature, which is why it's often used in sacred ceremonies, healing rituals, and visualizations. And when you visualize your manifestations surrounded by light, like gold, violet, or crystalline light, you're aligning them with higher consciousness and coherence. So I want to share with you 3 ways to use light to align and manifest. So the first one is morning light activation. So this is where you will stand in morning sunlight for a few minutes. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze and imagine yourselves literally drinking in the light and awakening codes within your DNA. So here's a fun fact. Morning sunlight also helps regulate your serotonin and dopamine, which are your motivation and mood neurotransmitters, which can really help to regulate your mood and your energy. So then there's the second way is quantum light visualization. So this is where you will picture your deepest desire in front of you. You can surround it in radiant golden light and then watch it expand and magnetize to you like a gravitational pull. And then let the vision imprint into your energetic field. Okay, and then the third one is the golden hour gratitude portal. So right before sunset or during the golden hour, this is where you can sit quietly and visualize a golden light wrapping around your body and your desires. You can speak or write out gratitude for your manifestations as if they've already arrived. This will align your frequency with trust and embodied abundance. So the more light you hold in your system, the more magnetic, clear, and soul aligned your life becomes. Because light is not just illumination. It literally is activation. And here's the truth. You are a being of light. You were designed to absorb it, emit it, and embody it, not just through your physical body, but through your soul's expression. So whether you're navigating a spiritual awakening or stepping deeper into your power, I want you to remember this. Light is your guide, it's your medicine and your frequency. You don't have to chase clarity. Just remove what blocks the light. And you don't have to force healing. Just open to receiving more light. And you don't have to struggle to manifest. Just align your energy with the frequency of light. I do it all the time. I do it every single day. So if this resonated, I encourage you to give it a like, drop a comment about how light has impacted your spiritual journey, and make sure you subscribe. So for now, keep shining because you are light. I'll see you next time. Bye.